Alright gang, welcome back to our Broke to Billionaire challenge on Ohio Richlands. It's still February. We have 2 new productions. I know, more productions, more things for me to try to handle and deal with. It's already hard enough, but these are some items that I've wanted to put in on the farm, oh gosh, for forever. Actually, I don't even know if I actually started talking about on this series. Some of the OG members will probably already know what I'm talking about, just based off of that alone. It's something I've talked about a lot. It's something that I've brought up when I was talking about things that I wanted to see in FS22. I'm moving the camera a specific way just to try to keep the suspense going here. But it's things I talked about during that video, that one-off video, talking about things I wanted to see, and a lot of you made up a lot of good points on the reason why they don't do it. But nevertheless, this is something that I've always wanted to do, and with FS22 ending soon, with FS25 releasing, there's no other time but now to go ahead and do it. So you can see it in the distance. Now, you might not really be able to tell what that is. Now, like I said, some of you OG members will probably know exactly what it is, or if you've utilized this before, you'll know exactly what it is. But there's 2 productions over there. One has to do with some silos, which you can easily see those little silos up there. The other one kind of just looks like really tall, I don't know, stems with some greenery on it. I'm not going to say a whole lot more than that. I'm going to get around the headland here, and we're going to throw this on a worker, and we're going to go take a look at it. But this is something that I would love for them to continue to have in the new game. I don't think they're going to be able to do so for the reasons that you all brought up, which I wasn't even really factoring that in when I was saying that I wanted this specific thing. But nevertheless, it is really exciting. I'm glad we're finally doing it. I'm glad I was actually able to get this worked in before FS25 comes out. Now, this specific item, the nice thing about it is we're really not having to change a whole lot. And what I mean by that is the stuff that we're already doing, it can utilize that stuff to make what we're going to be making. So I don't have to change a whole lot to be able to do this, or to, you know, accomplish this new production, these 2 new productions. It's basically just, instead of taking the straw or the wood chips or the grass and turning it into, you know, silage or whatever, put it in the BGAs or whatever, what have you, we're going to be putting it into these 2 productions now. So let me get this kind of lined up a little bit. I mean, it's not perfect, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. It should be enough for the worker to go to the end here. So without further ado, let's go take a look at it. So the first thing, I'll see if I can hide the other one. The first thing you're going to see are these silos. Now, what these silos are going to do, these silos here, right? What they're going to do is they're going to allow us to turn straw, wood chips, grass into compost. We're going to need that compost. And the reason we're going to need that compost is because we have put down a hop plantation. Some of you who have been around for a while know that I love beer. I love going to different breweries, trying different breweries out. And I always was curious, if you didn't watch that one-off video about me talking about things I want to see in FS25, why they've never done like breweries or anything like that. But it makes sense, right? You're not going to be able to get the contracts probably if you're, you know, putting beer into the game, right? Because you're not going to have, it's not all going to be adults playing this game. You're going to have kids and stuff playing this game. So it makes a lot more sense. But regardless, this is our hop plantation. Now, you might be asking, well, how the hell does this all work? Well, it's slightly complicated, but it's actually not too bad. So if you go here and look at this, first of all, this is our composter, right? So we have wood chips, which turn it into compost. That's specifically all it does. You can do other ones which get a little bit more for your money, right? A little bang for your buck, but I'm not worried about that. It'll also take straw. We've got that other field to pick up with all that straw, so this is perfect for it. And it takes grass, which I have them all turned on just in case we happen to put them in there. I don't know if we'll have time to do all of them or not, but regardless. Now the biomaterial, I'll show you that in just a second. That has to do with the actual hop plantation. The hop plantation, we've got to put water, seeds, solid fertilizer, which we already have that being produced, right, from our BGAs, and then the compost. So, the way this is all going to work is I'm going to go ahead and flip this onto distributing, and I hope the compost is not accepted anywhere else. It may be, but I hope it isn't. If it is, then we're going to have a big issue. I'm going to have to just kind of carry it over by hand, I guess. As far as putting the seeds in there, I'm not really sure how I'm going to go about that. I'm going to have to figure that out. But I think we'll be okay. I might be able to put seeds just into a trailer and just bring them over. That doesn't take that many seeds, so it's really not too bad. It looks like we're going to be okay. I'm not seeing any compost anywhere, so yeah, we'll be fine. But in any case, we're going to take the straw, that piece, that field that we harvested in the last episode. We're going to throw it into the composter. That composter is then going to make compost. That compost is going to then distribute to our hop plantation. We've got to put, obviously, solid fertilizer, water, and seeds in still, but it's going to take all of those items, and then it's going to create hops and biomaterial. Now, I'm going to make the hops turn into hops pellets because you make a little bit more money that way. It's going to take longer, but you make a little bit more money. The biomaterial we're actually sending directly back to our composter, and it's going to make compost for us. So it's going to be kind of a continuous rotation here of things going back and forth. So kind of exciting. I'm excited to see where it goes and how this all plays out, but that is our new thing, gang. I'm really, 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 really excited about it. I mean, I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I haven't seen a whole lot of people, at least when I say people, I'm talking about our normal group of people, do any of the hops here. They may have, and I may have just missed it, but I haven't seen it, so this is something new, right? Something new for us to try out and check everything out. I'm kind of jumping around here because on purpose, because I'm trying to get some different angles here so you can see, you know. I think it's going to be great, man. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So there you go. So that's what our main objective here today is, to get the straw up, put it into here so we can actually start making some hop pellets, which is going to be awesome. So, without further ado, we're going to jump straight into picking up some straw here. I know I did a lot of that recently, but, you know, I kind of did some jump cuts in the last episode, so we can kind of gloss over that. Now, we do have straw in here. Actually, there's a ton of straw in here. If we want to take this straw out at any point, we can do so. We can just drop it straight out of there. But I might as well leave it in there making silage for us for the current situation, right? So, let's jump into the John Deere here. I'm going to unhook that. We don't need that for right now. We will need that soon because we're going to have to put fertilizer down on the field back in the back there. But let's hook up to the loading wagon here, and we're going to head over to that other field and start picking up all that straw. And then we will be taking it, like I said, over to here, dropping it off, and hopefully we're going to make a lot more money from those hops. Just to give you a ballpark or a quick save here, the price of hops, well, hop pellets specifically, because that's what we're going to do, right? Give me a second. It's going to take me a minute to scroll down here to find it. It's going to be a bit. But it's a decent amount. It's a decent amount. So here you go. Hops are $6,000. Hop pellets, $9,000, all the way up to $11,000. That's a huge moneymaker for us. That's really going to help. So that's what we're doing, gang. We've got enough for the BGAs. I really didn't want to do another BGA. That's why I said I was leaving that space open. It was because for that reason alone, that specific reason. I didn't think we would need that much space, but I was like, I just wanted to make sure I had plenty of space to not have any issues. So I will meet you at the other field. We'll get going. We'll get a load. We'll bring it back here. We'll get the production going. And we'll go from there. All right, so we're underway here. It's going to take a couple of trips to get all this up off here. As you saw the last episode, right? We were taking care of the one field, which is smaller than this field. Probably, this field probably has another, I don't know, it's probably nearly double the size of the other one. If it's not double, it's close to it. So it's going to take a lot longer and a lot more trips to get this done. And unfortunately, this is the biggest thing I could find. I did do some more research on ModHub. I'm not able to find anything further than this as far as loading wagon width size goes. So this is what we're stuck with. We're going to have to do it and then make the trips. But how's everybody doing today? With all of that said, how is everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. Hopefully you're staying safe, all that good stuff. Not having any major issues. So recently I was watching, I would love for it to come out on Xbox or PlayStation or whatever, but I don't think it has. I think it's just only on Steam or well, it might be on other platforms besides just Steam on the PC, but I think it's just on PC at current. There is a storage hunter simulator. So it's like basically like Storage Wars. Man, it looks fun. I mean, it's pretty basic, right? There's like the graphics aren't like anything to write home about or anything like that, but it looks like a lot of fun. I understand this is a farming channel specifically, but it's another simulation type of game, and it looks awesome. That's something I would love to play. Maybe I can hook it up to my PC and play it. I don't know if I'll do any recordings of it or not. If I do it, more than likely wouldn't be on this channel, as it's specifically a farming. Maybe down the road, like far, far, far down the road, if they ever stop making Farming Simulator, maybe I'll switch this to a simulation channel, but not right now. This is only a farming channel, so I apologize. I'll stop talking about Storage Hunter Simulator. But I was watching a video of it, and it was fun, man. It looked like a blast. Yeah, I could see myself getting addicted to it, I guess is what I was trying to get at. So my question is if any of you played that, or do you have it or own it? Let me know down below. I'm interested to see what you think of it. I just was watching some videos of somebody playing it. I have no idea if it's actually really good or not, so I'd love some more input on it. But it looked fun, man. It looked, it was like a kind of a, not fully open world, but mostly an open world. You could drive around, you get to buy stuff, and, obviously buy your storage unit. Then you got to go sell them, get things appraised, you can, etc., etc. It looked fun, man. I could see myself getting addicted to it. Anyway, enough about that. Like I said, we're not doing Storage Hunter Simulator. We're doing Farming Simulator. So we're almost well, I guess we're more than halfway full now. We're at 60%. So we're edging closer here to our amount we need to take it back over there. What I'm likely going to do once we get a full load here is I'll put it into the composter, get the compost going, and then I'm going to probably start working on getting everything that we need to do filled up into the hop plantation, which means we've got to get the water over there, we've got to get seeds, the solid fertilizer, etc., etc. Now the solid fertilizer, I'm probably going to take that over directly, more than likely. And what I mean by that is I'm just going to put it in a trailer and go drop it off, because I think that'll work. I should be able to, I think, if I do this right, I should be able to buy seeds from our little buying silo, I think. Well, I could buy solid fertilizer from that too, so that's the way we're going to go about it, right? If I'm able to, which I don't see any reason why I wouldn't be able to. And hopefully that'll get us what we need to get that production going, especially for that amount you get. You saw it, right? It's crazy. I mean, that's a lot of money, gang. $11,000? That's a lot of money. And it's April, so it's going to be around the same time as, when we're selling our clothes. I think clothes is May. So there's some good money to be made. Now it's only 2 months away, granted, for the best price, but it'll be good for a couple of months after that still, right? So we'll put it on selling, probably auto selling for quite a while. 6,000 to 11,000 is a huge drop, so we probably won't have it on auto selling the entire time, but we'll at least put it on selling and keep it on selling for a couple of months past the April amount, because it won't change that much. It won't be that bad. Alright, here we go. Hopefully this tractor can actually go through here. It's a pretty tight squeeze. Yeah, it'll fit there, no problem. Alright, so let's unload this. Perfect. And if we go into it, it should now be on the blue light. Yes, it is. Perfect. And it's on distributing already, so we're good. So it'll start sending it over here. So while we're here, like I said, I'm going to leave that there just for a brief minute. I'm going to try to get this thing, the hop plantation, filled up with everything we need. So first off, let's attempt to put some solid fertilizer, etc. in a trailer. I actually am not going to use that trailer because it is so unrealistic that I might screw up when I'm buying something and buy a hell of a lot more than we need. That would be my luck. So let's get one of the smaller guys over here. That way, in case something drastic does occur, we're doing all right. So I don't know how much is actually in here right now. I think we had this on selling, so there's probably not much. But yeah, see, we should be able to do this with the seeds too. There shouldn't be any reason why we're not doing this with seeds as well. So let's drop this off. If I can figure out where to drop it off at. Give me a second here. I'm going to turn on the zone markers, because I really don't know where I'm supposed to be dropping it off at. I'm assuming it's by that silo. It would make sense, but I mean, who knows? Yeah. Yeah, I would think so, yeah. Perfect. So we're going to get the solid, well, not a bunch, but 2,000 liters of solid fertilizer in there. So if we go to here, we've got solid fertilizer in there. Good. So now we just need to get the water and we need to get the seeds. So let me go see if I can buy seeds or not. If I can't buy seeds, we're going to have to figure something else out. I guess I'm going to have to buy bags of seeds and bring them up here. which would be less than ideal. Let me see. Yes. Good. Alright, I'm going to buy 39% of it. 7,875 liters. Might need more, might need less. I just don't want to buy too much of it, right? Because then we're just going to be having to store this somewhere, and that's not really what I want to do. Granted, I could just probably put it into our drill, because we're going to need that drill today once we're done getting all that straw up off the floor, right? Of the field. The ground of the field, rather. Yeah, perfect. That works exactly what I was hoping and what I wanted it to do. And it did accept all of it, so good. But it didn't accept much more. It looks like about 10,000 is what it holds of everything. Okay, not bad. We can work with that. We can work with that. So, I'm actually going to leave this here. I'm going to kind of make this our new little makeshift storage area for our trailers for right now. Instead of where they were currently. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with where they were, but we can put at least 2 or 3 of them over here. No problem. And we can leave one. We can leave this lizard loading wagon in the middle of the compost thing here. So, let's head back. Let's start getting more of that straw up. We got to keep bringing it over here till we got it all up off the ground, and then we're gonna have to start drilling that field, right? And I gotta get the water too, actually. Hold on a second. Let me get the water first before we move any further. Because I will forget about the water. And I can just top the water up pretty quickly. It won't take but a few seconds for the water. There is grass in there. Good, good, good. I talked about that, I think, in the last episode. I said I'm not sure if there's still grass in there or not. There is. The sheep need some grass today. So we'll have to make sure, try to remind myself to do that. If I don't do it, yell at me in the comments and I'll make sure I get it done between now and the next episode. I can do it off camera if I don't do it, if I see your comments about it. Well, I guess that depends on if I've recorded the next video or not. I probably would have, because I've mentioned I'm going out of the country, right? So I probably would have had it. I probably have the next one recorded by the time you watch this one, more than likely. More than likely. But you never know, I guess. This has 91,000 liters in it. It's an unrealistic water tank, so it won't even need anywhere near that. So we're just going to drop it off and bring it back real quick. Oh, I stand corrected. Oh my gosh, it holds a ton of water. Oh boy. Okay, I'm completely wrong. We've got to go get some more water. Well, let me run all the way over there, get some more water. I'll make a bunch of trips, just make sure we get that thing for the most part filled up, because water's free, right? So let me make some trips here. I'll be back. I'm not going to do any kind of a time lapse or anything like that. We'll just do a jump cut here of me making sure I get the water relatively full. May not be fully full, but as long as it's got a good amount in there and it's green, should be plenty for the rest of the series. Alright, it's about halfway filled up, so we're going to call that good enough for now. I'm just going to park this over here for right now. We're going to have to take it back over there to the sheep here soon enough, but it'll be fine over here for right now. We won't need it at the sheep for a little while. I topped them up when I was over there. Okay. This worker also completed, well, most of the objective, I guess I should say. Not all of it, but we're going to get the worker going over here. It's not going to be perfect. They're probably going to mess up some sections over here too, but we might as well at least get them doing something. Instead of just sitting here doing nothing. Saves me a little bit of time, and then once that's done, we can get this field fertilized, or get the fertilization going on this field. Probably going to have to do that myself. You've seen how many issues I've had with the fertilization with the worker going awry, so probably won't allow the worker to do that one, but you've completed your task, huh? Sure doesn't look like it to me. Interesting. Weird. Worker thinks that they're done in that section for some reason. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Very weird. Okay, well. Let's see if I can get it set up this time. Or if they're going to do the same thing. Nope, they don't like it. All right, well, we're going to have to do that on ourselves. Let's go get the rest of this stroll up. I won't do a time lapse or anything. We did, like I said, a lot of one in the last episode. I don't want to do that again to you. So we'll wait to do a time lapse for when we're drilling one of the fields, whatever it is, whenever we decide to do it. Let me get the rest of this stroll up. And yeah, we'll get going. Everything should be good now. They should have everything they need for, at least for right now. Once the compost, starts taking shape here. We've already got 1,289 liters of compost, so it does go pretty quickly, it looks like, which is good. Now, I don't know if when 12 o'clock hits, if it'll flip all that compost over into the hop plantation, or if we have to wait overnight. I don't know. I'd assume it's going to at noon, but we'll have to wait and see. All right, this is the last bit here, gang. The field is all done with picking up the straw. So that means we can start drilling it, and I probably will go put a worker on drilling it immediately. I'm not even going to worry about doing an outline or anything like that, because we really don't own a whole lot over in that area anyway, so the worker's not going to be perfect. We're going to have to touch it up no matter what, even if we did do, a headland pass. I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm just going to set the worker off and move on from there. As a matter of fact, I don't even know why I moved this out of there. Oh well, I'll put it back here where I've been storing it at, which is right here. Let's get the drill. And then what we're going to do is, after we put the worker on re-drilling of that field, we're going to head to the back there where the cotton is and finish up that drilling, and then we're going to have to get the fertilizer spreader out and get that going. It is almost 12, as you can see, so I guess we'll find out here very soon if the compost does flip over at 12 or if we have to wait a whole day. I'm hoping it's at 12. I think it would be. It would help out a lot if it is, as far as us making more money. But we'll have to wait and see, I guess, right? I'm going to put soybeans in here, I think. So I kind of want to wait until 12 o'clock hits really quick. It should be hitting any second. Instead of just doing a jump cut, because I want to see what happens here. There goes 12 o'clock. Nice. So let's see. It did move over. So we've got 3,475 liters of compost. This should be running now. It is. As you can see, there's biomaterial and hop pellets are being made right now. This is good. This is good, gang. Money is going to be flowing in from that. That's a really good thing for us. So let's get over to that field. We'll get the worker started on here, and then we're going to jump over to the back and begin working on that. We'll throw a bit of a time lapse in here, gang, and I will be back with you shortly. All right, nice long time lapse there, gang. We got a lot done, a lot accomplished. The field in the back's done with the exception of getting sprayed. This field's moving along nicely. Still got a ways to go here before this field is fully drilled. It will also need to be sprayed. But the nice thing is this does have the ability that it's putting down fertilizer at the same time, so I don't have to worry about doing an application of fertilizer. So I got the worker going on it now. Just gonna let the worker finish up. Did a headland pass for the worker just to make it easier. And cleaned up some of the stuff that they did not do because I didn't do that headland pass, right? So, worker shouldn't have any issues for the rest of the field here, with the exception of maybe they get stopped there because it's an awkward shape, but we can just reset them, no big deal. Otherwise, worker should be able to complete this, not a problem. As far as the spraying goes, I think I'm going to save that for the next episode. We're kind of far enough along, I think, as far as time goes in this episode. We're just going to hold off on that. Hot pellets are storing, so by the next episode you should see some nice pellet. I'm assuming they're in pallets. I don't know how they're actually going to spawn, but I'm assuming you will have something there at least. And then it looks like to me that both of these fields here are going to be ready to harvest in the next one. So we're going to have a lot to accomplish in that next episode as well, not including the fact that we have to spray this field, fertilize it a second time, and the same thing with this one. So I'm going to leave the episode there. I hope you enjoyed it. More videos in the quarters. Make sure you hit the like button, and I'll catch you in the next one.